Hey loves, welcome to Spirit Chat with Winking Up and Pantera. I hope you enjoy this week's chats and just wanted to jump on here and basically just go through and feel out energies for upcoming week. And I sat beforehand, as you can see, and worked with the energy and intuitively picked a drawing similar to last time. Not that I'm always going to do that, but I was wanting to include an image to focus with for the upcoming week and the energies. And I also sat with that and with my spiritual team, and as well as connected with the energies that are flowing and channeled some divine messages, and as well pulled a few cards. And as you can see in front of you, the one thing that stood out to me, and especially with the image that popped up in front of me, was it's very different from last week. With all the last week we had the vibrant colors, and it's been actually a little bit over a week, which also kind of speaks also too, because I kind of wanted to do this a little bit earlier, but I just didn't feel ready to jump in. I didn't feel like the timing. I felt like I needed a little bit more to sit with the previous energy. So one of the things that pops up in my head, in my mind, and intuitively because of that, was that we also have to realize that things take their own time. And just like I wanted to rush and get in and have a chat, it just didn't seem right timing. So number one thing that I sat with and realized, that's the flow of timing, of balance, of everybody has different things going on. And just like the flow of water, which is also in the picture, things have a ripple effect, which is one of the things I notice around here. See a little rippling effect happening around, very slight, but things, one thing can add to another, just like we previously talked. But sitting with this image spoke to me. There was a few words that popped up right away: tranquility, peace, nurturing yourself, calmness, the water being very important. This image of the water is, number one, reflection. You could see the reflection of the rocks. So sitting in stillness with yourself, reflection of thyself, of life, of everything. But it's also crystal clear. It's those blues, those vibrant colors that we had last time are not in this picture, but they have a calming sensation. They have those blues that the throat chakra clearing, the greens grounding the earth. It was very, very different looking, and the feeling that I got from this image while I was doing it, while I was doing this whole reading, basically, was a very different vibe from last time. And this one, again, the only thing that I did feel was very similar in vibe was stopping to appreciate life, the moment, stopping to smell the flowers, that flower sitting there in stillness on top of the rocks, and it's just radiating its beauty. It's not doing anything else. It's just sitting there and radiating beauty. And as you can notice, it just has such a rippling effect and calmness in this picture. So what I feel is tranquility, calmness, nature, especially this coming up week, being able to appreciate the outdoors, make sure we're hydrating, getting water, plenty of water, letting the water and the timing, the flow of everything, just letting it take its course, its flow, flowing with everything, not pushing, not forcing anything. And while talking about the picture only, I don't want to just focus on the picture. I want to connect it with some of the cards that I actually pulled. And again, yes, I pre-shuffled. I wanted to sit with the energy prior to getting on here. But if you see, taking away the images now, we have the cards that are reflecting purity and balance, which are very, very intriguing in their own ways, but also the connection with the picture. Look how peaceful, how graceful both of these images are. They're in nature, both of them, absorbing everything. The flow, they are so calming. This one bringing balance, and you could see all around her, she's just sitting there and absorbing everything. And she's just sitting there and in a very elegant and very on her tippy toes, kind of very peaceful and very, how do I say this exactly? To me, it's just, I feel like she shows appreciation for what she's looking at. And going back to that, balancing everything, if you can see, she's pretty much looks like a ballerina. And maybe one of the things is that also here we have nature and everything going around her that is grounding pretty much. And she's here in her elegant and ready to dance off and flow and create something. So to me, just looking at that image brings me the balance of grounding thyself, of including nature and all of your in a daily, in a nice balanced way, but also her creativity, like she's getting ready to dance, to flow with the balance, just to be so light in everything. When I think of a ballerina, they look like they're floating everywhere, just graceful, very graceful. Tranquility comes back into mind. We'll look also at the meaning of what the actual author of these cards have behind this balance, but also purity. This is, in this image, is actually a bride behind wearing a white dress and in nature, just the purity of herself, the sun shining on her, her being a bride and ready for a new adventure, new beginnings. To me, that's what it is craving. It's a craving for a new beginning, purity, basically like the Fool's card, walking into a new adventure, but balancing the energies of being ready and trying to create something new and spontaneous and adventurous coming in mind because of the nature, the journeys, the free flowing, but also at the same time being able to balance and absorb and being grounded. So that's what these images speak to me directly at this moment. Let's just go really quick and I'm just going to read just a snippet of what the author of the cards actually depicted in them, which could also differ from what I am picking up. I'm sitting with the energy and with the energy of what I felt previously walking into this chat. Now again, also I would like for you guys to sit with these images and see what it speaks to you, because it could be something else that's popping up, and intuitively you'll know how it is reflection of what's going on in this particular moment in your journey. Everybody has different things and going on in their lives, and one thing could just speak out to you, and I would love for you to be able to sit with that and see exactly what the image is, what this whole chat brings into play in your life, and what positive notes you can leave with coming out of this chat. So let's talk about the purity card first. Depicted here is an image of purity is a virgin bride dressed in a white veil adorned by daisies. All are symbolic of innocence and purity, both in traditional and Western culture and in language of flowers, which is so beautiful. Purity stands in a forest of green, the color of love and compassion, and represented by the heart chakra. Purity, historically, purity is a great protector. Her cleanliness and her purification in relation to body, mind, and evolution of the soul has been recognized in spiritual and religious rituals worldwide. Purity encourages you to contemplate and interconnect in the interconnection of mind, body, and spirit, and to identify any negative areas in need of clearing, which is, I see, that was one thing I didn't pick up in this image. But again, going with balance, clearing out what we don't need obviously goes into that. It's just bringing a balance into your life. And also water is very cleansing. So everything, and honestly, even sitting by calming water, even going by the sea, by a pond, if you are out of balance or feel a little bit called to water, that is a very good thing to do, is go and sit by a body of water, because that body of water has a very, very cleansing and clearing property of it. Even just sitting there and looking at it, the energy of it just helps you clear out so much. And trust me, once you leave being there in stillness in that body of water, near that body of water, you will definitely feel a difference. There is no way that you will leave feeling exactly the same. So perhaps, taking a walk just to refresh your mind, your body, your soul. The other thing it says is it may be time to declutter your immediate space or evaluate certain relationships at work or in your personal domain. Perhaps a detox or some time alone is needed to confront any issues you might be avoiding. So again, it just speaks of clarification, and bringing a balance into your thoughts, into your mind, into everything. Let's look at balance, and let me see what the author depicted here. Balance. Although her balanced posture looks effortless, we do not see the many hours of discipline it took to cultivate such grace and pose. As she looks down at the hummingbird, her fragile wing like arms fold revertibly inward, while she hovers on tips of her toes as if to afford a better view. The male and female hummingbirds represent the relationship between opposites and their nest of illuminated golden eggs in the divine culmination of both. From the moment we are born, we enter into the realm of opposites. We soon come to realize that finding any artful balance is not only a continual act of survival, but also ongoing rite of passage, leading to a deeper, more refined understanding of ourselves and our relationships to life. Left unchecked, unconscious drives, attachments, and addictions can manifest as blind spots, making it hard to access our internal compass and navigate our attentions wisely. A healthy lifestyle involving exercise, nutritious diet provides a good foundation from which to create more balanced life. Loss of balance in any domain, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual, can lead to a loss of perspective, clarity, and ultimately our way. This card invites you into the stillness to address any area where the steadying hand and balance needs to be restored. Self-honesty, willingness to listen to your head, and the intuitive wisdom of your heart will help identify any areas needing attention. The cards speak for themselves. I love when Spirit does this and connects it so seemingly, because honestly, this is not something that I purposely pick these cards. Honestly, these are cards that we're sitting with the energy and picking, and the fact that they connect so wonderfully is just amazing. So sitting with that energy and finding balance, and maybe we need to also be honest with ourselves with things that we might need to detach from, clear out, or bring a better balance into our lives. The other images that I pulled and wanted to sit with today was a little different from last time. I wanted to see what goddesses or what energy Spirit is inviting in this week. And I have Medicine Woman and Hathor. You are a channel for divine healing power, and allow yourself to receive this increase. This will increase, I obviously can't read. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Again, these are just absolutely fabulous cards, and even for myself, this helps a lot, because working with energy and being that channel of healing power, I actually do it as a job on the side, and this is just beautiful to me, and I hope it is to you, because you might be in the same or similar spot as me. But these are energies that are just so beautiful, because sometimes we also get into that giving, and forget that we need to balance things out, which again goes back to the previous things we spoke about. But we also have to receive, and that can be very difficult to someone that at times is a person that, like Medicine Woman, is a healing channel. they're just so wonderful. And let me see if I can pick up a little bit as well on what the author has as a message, because to me, the things that I am reflecting of by seeing these images, which they're just so beautiful, and I'm honestly astonished that they even came out like this, because they both pretty much speak very similar messages, and to me that's just so beautiful. And if you look, they're both again in nature. They're both reflective of water, stillness, calmness. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a rainbow, but if you see, she has a storm behind her where she's sitting there calmly and everything is so calming in front of her. It's basically like she's sitting there in true balance, storm and chaos a little bit behind. And sometimes that happens. We can sit in stillness in the middle of chaos. I mean, storms and nature and everything. And if you see, even in this picture, she's completely calm and just letting that flow of water come down. But it looks like she's just so elegant and so beautiful, radiating beauty, just sitting there. I mean, those are the things that I'm picking up from these cards. And even behind her, she has clouds. And but let's look a little bit on, I have not worked with these cards in quite a bit, and because of that, I can't really remember specific meanings. To be honest with you, I haven't gotten into all of this channeling. No, I shouldn't say channeling, because I always do channel, but basically as a reflective on the moment and trying to also create a channel and a conversation with everyone. It's been a while since I've done this, and to me that's really beautiful that I get to do this now. And I'm hoping I pronounced this correct, by Hatha. Allow yourself to receive this. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Message: you have a maternal side to you that naturally cares for those in need. Yet this must be balanced with receptivity, or the flow is blocked. Receiving is the essence of feminine energy, and it means allowing yourself to receive with grace and gratitude. Again, so beautiful. And I do apologize if sometimes my reading might not be the greatest, but I definitely try. But sometimes I stumble, and we all do. Okay, so if you feel guilty when asking others for help, or if you feel bad about receiving gifts, then you block your feminine energy. And this is hilarious, because it is funny this comes out, because even for myself, and I didn't intentionally do it, but I remember the other day my husband was trying to buy me a crystal bracelet, because I love crystals, and I just didn't feel like I wanted him to spend extra money, and I just told him to leave it, don't worry about it, we could just get this, other thing. And of course, intentionally I wasn't trying to not receive or have him purchase me a gift, but it was mainly because of the fact that I just felt like, oh, why spend money at this moment? And this is a little bit of an eye opener right now for me, which also makes me realize that I need to be more open to receiving. When you receive, you have more resources to give to others. Start by noticing the hundreds of gifts you receive each day, whether it's seeing beauty in nature, witnessing a touching human moment, or being hugged by a loved one. Simply say thank you for each gift and know that they're filling up your storehouse, keeping the divine flow going strong. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. That's just amazing how they put it. Love it. And let's look at the other card too, just to get a quick insight here of commanding power is not the same as demanding it. Demanding comes from a childlike place, akin to a tantrum based upon the fear that might be withheld. Commanding is based upon the sure and steady knowledge that you are part of the Great Spirit's grace and wisdom. You're a lightning rod that can conduct the power. Simply connect to the power through unyielding clarity of your thought process. Don't waver for a moment in your sure and steady decision to be a conduit of the power that already resides with you. Connect to the even bigger source and allow it to amplify your natural power. In this way, you're a steady connector of the infinite, from the infinite and to the infinite. In other words, it's all spirit around you, through you, and whomever you're healing. And that's beautiful. Simply beautiful. Because that's why I wanted to jump in and do these spirit chats. Exactly. Spirit is everywhere. It is through us. It is with us. And that's how I want everyone to see it as well, because here we don't sit with any negativity. These are positive notions and what we can create positive ripple effects in the upcoming week for us. What are messages we can take with us in this upcoming week and let it ripple effect of that healing power, of that balance power, of that tranquility, that calmness. Let it flow effortlessly, not forced, not pressured, not demanding, just allowing it. And that's where I'm going to end today, because I think, simply put, this speaks for itself. And I wish everyone an amazing week. And again, there is no guidelines of time. And whenever we pop up again and meet, that will be the right time. Thank you, and have a blessed evening and week.